morning, my fabulous 154. Welcome to another episode of Lindsay's Library. Today I'm going to be reading Chapter 5 of Judy Moody, Around the World in 8.5 Days. It's written by mcdonald and illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. Let's get started. Bella Tarantula. Judy passed a note to Frank, who passed it to Rocky. And there's the note. It says, "No fair. You turned Amy Namie's globe into gloop on purpose. -JM." Rocky passed a note to Frank, who passed it to Judy. And this note says, "Did not, RZ." Judy was about to pass another note when Mr. Todd told the class it was time for the big scoop. She sat up straight as a pencil. Mr. Todd was drawing a map on the board. Judy hoped a map was not the big surprise. "Class, we're about to start a whole new way to learn geography," Mr. Todd announced. "Class 3T is going to go around the world in 8 days. "What? Huh?" everybody asked. "We're going to work with Miss Valentine's class." "Yippee!" said Judy. "That's Amy Namie's class." Rocky and Frank frowned at her. "We'll make a big map like the one on the board and put it up in the hallway between our classrooms. Then we'll trace the journey of first around-the-world woman reporter Nellie Bly. We'll learn about all the countries she visited." "Did she go to Italy?" asked Rocky. "My grandma's from there." "Yes," said Mr. Todd. "Did she go to Disneyland?" asked Bradley. Mr. Todd chuckled. "I'm afraid not." He wrote the names of 11 countries on the board. "We'll get into small groups, and each group will take a country. Here are some." And there's Mr. Todd, and he's writing on a chalkboard. And it looks like he also has a piece of paper in his hand with some writing on it. Things you might try to find out about for each country. Mr. Todd pointed to the board. A. What the flag looks like. B. Traditional food for your country. C. How to say hello and goodbye or count to 10 in your country's language. D. Any games that started in your country. We only have 8 days to get all the way around the world, so we're going to have to work fast. There's a lot to learn, a lot to do. "Can we bring in something real from that country?" asked Jessica Bench. "I have a nesting doll from Russia." "I'm sorry, that's not one of the countries we're studying," said Mr. Todd. "I have money from Italy," said Rocky. "And some carbon dulce. It's black rock candy that looks like coal." "Ooh, I have tea from London," said Judy. "That's in England. And I have a cuckoo clock in my bedroom that my Grandma Lou brought me all the way from Germany." "Tell you what," said Mr. Todd, "these are all good ideas, but let's wait until you know what country you'll be working on." "Is this the big scoop?" asked Frank. "Geography?" "Yes," said Mr. Todd, "I'm afraid it is. But I haven't told you the best part. We are going to kick off our around-the-world tour with a movie." "What movie? What movie?" somebody asked. "You mean we get to watch a movie in school?" asked Frank. "Do we get to turn out the lights and have popcorn?" asked Jessica Bench. "We'll see," said Mr. Todd. "The movie is Around the World in 80 Days. "Yippee!" everybody yelled. That afternoon, the whole class got to go to Miss Valentine's room and watch the movie. Judy sat on the floor next to Amy Namey. They ate blue popcorn, made from blue corn, and laughed at this inventor guy named Mr. Fogg, who was trying to fly and flew right through a painting. And he was trying to race around the world in 80 days. And some old guys kept calling him a nincompoop. After the movie, Judy went back to class and got into her small group with Rocky and Frank and Jessica Finch. They chose Italy for their project. They went to the library to look up some books on Italy. What's red, white, and green all over? Asked Rocky. A Christmas elf? Asked Jessica. A pizza with green peppers? Asked Frank. And there they are in what looks like the library of their school. No, the flag of Italy, said Rocky. Hey, that's funny, said Judy. We could start off with a joke like that. We could dress up in red, white, and green, said Jessica. Yeah, said Judy. I love dressing up crazy. Okay, said Rocky and Frank. Let's definitely have pizza, said Rocky. Yeah, pizza, said Frank. Let's think of something different, said Judy. Everybody already knows about pizza. So, pizza's the best, said Rocky. Italy without the pizza is like Judy without the Moody. How about a pizza spelling test? Asked Jessica Finch. We could spell words that are on pizza, like P-E-P-P-E-R-O-I-O-N-I. Not you too, said Judy. We could spell other stuff besides just pizza words, said Jessica, like spaghetti, parmesan, and P-I-N-O-C-C-H-I-O. Not even grown-ups can spell the word Pinocchio, said Rocky. Everybody would flunk. We could make a leaning tower of pizza, said Frank. Out of what? Asked Judy. Pizza tables. You collect them, said Frank. Yeah, we could glue them all together into a tower, said Rocky. No way, said Judy. I'm not letting you go all glue crazy on my whole collection. Stick to eating paste. Nobody's eating paste, said Rocky. Just pizza. You guys have pizza on the brain, said Judy. Then let's hear your unpizza brainy ideas, said Rocky. Judy pointed to a picture in the book of people dancing in a circle. We could do this. Dance the tarantula. I don't know how to dance, said Rocky. Especially the tarantula, said Frank. Mr. Todd passed by their table and saw the picture. A dance from Italy is a very good idea, said Mr. Todd. Bella Tarantula. See? Judy grinned. It's a very good idea. It'll take some practice, said Mr. Todd, but you'll get the hang of it. My grandma has an old record of that dance, said Rocky. Let's all go to Rocky's to practice, said Judy. How about Saturday? Can't, said Rocky. Frank and I will be at Fur and Fangs. Not like some people. He gave Judy the hairy eyeball. I meant Saturday afternoon, said Judy. I'll be back from Amy Namey's by then. I'd love to go to Rocky's on Saturday, said Jessica. Sounds fun. I don't know, said Frank. The only time I tried to dance was around the maypole in first grade. I tripped and got all tangled up in streamers and ended up looking like a human candy cane. No human candy canes, we promise, said Judy. Okay then, everybody. How about we meet at my house on Saturday at 2 o'clock, Rocky said. Come on, it'll be fun, Judy elbowed Frank. Yeah, Maybe if you're an 8-legged spider, said Frank. And there's a picture of, I'm guessing, what they imagine a half human, half spider to look like. And that ends chapter 5 of Judy Moody, Around the World in 8.5 Days. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Lindsay's Library. Anyway, if you did, please be sure to like, comment, no, forget that, like and subscribe. And also, if you want, you can check out my links down in the description below. The first of which is for my affiliate with So Sick Clothing. There's a promo code through them that will get you 15% off site-wide. That promo code is and LGrace15 is that code, by the way. And the rest of my links are for the Lovecraft website, which has a lot of really cool pottery pieces that are for sale. And then there's my spring store, my website, my podcast, El Grace After Hours. That's available on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. New episodes of that every week. And last but not least is my social media. Thank you for watching, and above all else, stay fabulous. Bye!